ณะอุตสาหกรรมอาหารสถาบันเทคโนโลยีพระจอมเกล้าเจ้าคุณทหารลาดกระบังเป็นสถาบันอุดมศึกษาชั้นนำด้านวิทยาศาสตร์และเทคโนโลยีของประเทศหลักสูตรระดับปริญญาตรี3หลักสูตรสาขาวิชาวิทยาศาสตร์และเทคโนโลยีการอาหารสาขาวิชาเทคโนโลยีการหมักในอุตสาหกรรมอาหารสาขาวิชาวิศวกรรมแปรรูปอาหารหลักสูตรระดับปริญญาโท3หลักสูตรสาขาวิชาวิทยาศาสตร์การอาหารสาขาวิชาเทคโนโลยีการบริการอาหารและการจัดการสาขาวิชาการจัดการความปลอดภัยอาหารหลักสูตรระดับปริญญาเอก1หลักสูตรสาขาวิชาวิทยาศาสตร์การอาหารหลักสูตรนานาชาติคณะของเราเน้นการพัฒนาผลิตภัณฑ์อาหารนวัตกรรมและโครงงานวิจัยเพื่อนำไปสู่การสร้างเทคโนโลยีทางอาหารที่สามารถแก้ไขปัญหาได้จริงเราจะเป็นสถาบันแนวหน้าที่ผลิตบุคลากรและสร้างนวัตกรรมเพื่อพัฒนาอุตสาหกรรมอาหารให้เป็นที่ยอมรับในระดับสากล
คณะอุตสาหกรรมอาหารมีการเรียนการสอนเกี่ยวกับอาหารนักศึกษาจะได้เรียนรู้ฝึกคิดวิเคราะห์และปฏิบัติจริงในห้องเรียนห้องปฏิบัติการมีการฝึกงานและสหกิจศึกษาที่สถานประกอบการและมีการศึกษาโจทย์วิจัยที่เกี่ยวข้องกับอาหารที่ทันสมัยคณะมีหลักสูตรระดับปริญญาตรีที่มีการเรียนการสอนครอบคลุมทุกด้านของอุตสาหกรรมอาหารทั้งหมด4หลักสูตรได้แก่ 1. หลักสูตรวิทยาศาสตร์และเทคโนโลยีการอาหาร2. หลักสูตรเทคโนโลยีการหมักในอุตสาหกรรมอาหาร 3. หลักสูตรวิศวกรรมแปรรูปอาหาร และ 4. หลักสูตรวิทยาศาสตร์การประกอบอาหารและการจัดการการบริการอาหารหลักสูตรนานาชาติสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกในคณะมีอุปกรณ์ที่พร้อมต่อการเรียนการสอนมีอุปกรณ์และเครื่องมือการแปรรูปอาหารการวิเคราะห์และตรวจสอบคุณภาพอาหารที่ทันสมัยทั้งในระดับห้องปฏิบัติการและในระดับอุตสาหกรรมมีห้องปฏิบัติการการครัวที่พร้อมรองรับการเรียนการสอนรวมถึงร้านอาหารต้นแบบให้นักศึกษาได้ฝึกปฏิบัติเพื่อการเรียนรู้ของนักศึกษาช่วยสนับสนุนและส่งเสริมทักษะปฏิบัติของนักศึกษาให้เป็นไปอย่างมีประสิทธิภาพสูงสุด
So hello everyone, welcome again to the food industry, KMITL, and today we on the season 2 of the webinars on food industry, KMITL on the world food industry. And now we have on the very valuables of the professor today, very honored to be with us and the first speaker for the first webinar of this year. So this one is Professor Dr. Shearer. She will give the lectures on the health promoting aspect of Thai food and vegetables as promising candidate for novel functional food. This is very valuable topic, and I think many people in Thailand curious when we eat the fruit, what kind of the healthy is and how is be the novel functional food. And today the Professor Shearer will give the lecture to all of us. But the first thing I would like to introductions about the professor first. She have a long connections with our faculty. She is now the professor at the senior scientist at the Institute of Drug Research, School of Pharmacy, the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, in Israel, but now she had flying to join us today. And she had a very, very important persons, and many had the award and the honors. Mostly she had the lecture and seminar all over 222 different universities, includes us today, and also had the relating in the university and industry all around the world. And important thing is she had the authors of over 420 publications. And I think everyone had in the good hand today. So before I don't waste the time, so I will give the floor to the Professor Shira. Give the big hand today to her. Hello, Professor. Hello. Yeah, so we will start now.
The first slide. The first slide. No, the first slide. This is not the first. Today, I will speak about the functional foods, as you can see from the first slide. If I will speak about different fruits and vegetables, and I will show that they are candidates for functional foods. What was done till now by our international research group on tropical fruits and vegetables? You see here the display of different fruits on which I will speak later on. As you may know, I am a candidate for a Prince Mahidol Award Foundation under the royal patronage on public health. Sure that we would not get this grant, but I can tell that with Thailand scientists from 1990, we have published about 31 joint publications of nutrition and public health. And then, how to choose an very interesting how to choose an interesting subject. First of all, to choose an interesting subject of investigation, just search for the literature. Very important to find the right keywords. For example, if you speak about proteins and functional properties in common, in details will be proteins and hydrophobicity, proteins and solubility, etc. If you speak about antioxidants and heart disease in common, fruits and antioxidants, polyphenols and fruits, diet and cholesterol, diet and lipid metabolism. Then let us see how still to choose a subject which is relatively new. You have to use new analytical methods for investigation on new plants, new chemicals in order to introduce to the market a new product. Then, for analytical chemists, it is important to choose their development of new methods, influence on something, and studies in vitro, etc., for food processing. The quality of new functional properties. Then, design your experiment in order to see the results and conclusions at the end of your investigation. This is very important. It means that after the study of the literature, you have the theoretical basis of the coming results. But if, for example, you have negative results, it is also very important for the investigation. Not always the positive results will come after your investigation. Then, what does it mean that we speak about the fruits? Fruits, they possessing hypolipidemic and antioxidant properties and prevent from atherosclerosis. One of the mechanisms of atherosclerosis is oxidation of low-density cholesterol particles, which oxidize low-density cholesterol particles penetrate into the arterial walls and cause their occlusion. Then, what is the most important? The first one, if we go about the research, we have to see how we can complete and to compose the diet. The diet can be with different tropical fruits, durian, mangosteen, salak, dragon fruit, bitter melon, and others. Then all the studies will be in vitro. The second step is the experiment on laboratory animals. And the third one, investigation of patients. This is future research, which is more complicated after the second stage. Then let's see. This is a question. Very big. You can see. What is about the tropical fruits? The tropical fruits were screened for different fibers, flavonoids, anthocyanins, essential phenolic acids, ascorbic acids, minerals, and trace elements, antioxidants, and protein profile. I will speak about different durian cultivars. Some of the people in Thailand call me durian doctor because I together with the Thai scientists, we are about 5 groups around the world who are working on durian. Therefore, I am very proud to be a durian doctor because the audience is different. And the people from food industry know very well about durian. Therefore, I will speak very fast about different cultivars of durian, and I will stress my attention mostly of very new publications. All my lecture is based on our own publications. Then let's see different durian cultivars. We just compare different durian cultivars and the protein composition, as you can see here. And one of the most famous one is Monton cultivar. The Monton cultivar, in comparison with other 4 ones, as you can see from this slide, including Gradum, Canyol, and others, got higher antioxidant activity, as well also the amount of polyphenols. Various stages of Monton ripening. This is very important for consuming durian because different stages of durian have different properties. And as you can see from this slide, we compare overripe, ripe, and mature durian. And only in the ripe durian, we found a relatively high amount of quercetin, where in overripe and mature durian, quercetin was not found. Then, in Monton ripe stage, all bioactive compounds were higher than in mature and overripe. Just only very fast to show you the synergism of durian. If, for example, we compare in three-dimensional fluorescence cross presentation, the interaction between polyphenols and samples. And in this moment, you can see that this is just the starting of human serum albumin. Then we go to the durian sample, and then after this, you can see if we put durian sample and also quercetin, we have synergetic effect, which is very important for the health properties of durian. Does not work. Then the highest binding properties. The highest binding properties were observed in ripe durian, as you can see here, and not only the highest binding properties, but also the influence in total cholesterol, low density cholesterol, in mature, ripe, and overripe durian. Then, the most important in durian utilization is the production of glucose. Why it is important? Because probably durian is a functional candidate for the functional foods can be used for people with diabetes, and this is very important for the health. Some other properties are very important, as I told you, synergism. Durian, in comparison with the standards like quercetin, caffeic acid, gallic acid, has more antioxidant properties when it is used as a functional food. Then, what we can tell, the most important durian for stimulation of glucose utilization in liver cells. Our results showed that durian fruits, depending on their ripening stage, may present different biological capacities and varied in their potential use as medicinal and functional properties. Then, tropical fruits we used in vivo studies. In vivo includes experiments on animal model, rats, mice, rabbits. Then in vivo studies on different durian cultivars show the following. Then 5 cultivars of durian which were compared, as you can see here, the best of the quality was in Monton in comparison with different parts of human serum. As you can see on this slide, the low density lipids, the antioxidant activity, the total triglycerides, which are one of the most important parts of the human serum, were positively shown after the consumption of Moncton durian. Then we compared also the protein composition, and as you can see here, from the electrophoretic separation, that the protein composition after durian consumption just of plasma fibrinogen in rats showed more intensity in protein band around 47 kilodalton. If we can prevent the stability of fibrinogen, it is very important for the human being. Then, no lesions in the brains, as well in the heart, were not shown after the consumption of durian. In vivo studies on Monton, ripe, mature, and overripe, as you can see, as a conclusion of the comparison with the histology of the aorta of rats, there were no lesions found in the examined tissue. Then, what we can tell? In conclusion, ripe durian contains higher quality of bioactive compounds, has higher antioxidant capacity and nutritional value. It positively affects the plasma lipid profile, the plasma glucose, and the antioxidant activity in rats, fat, cholesterol enriched diet. The ripe durian supplemented diet could be beneficial for patients suffering from atherosclerosis and also diabetes. Then comparison in vitro and in vivo studies of different tropical fruits. We were speaking about different tropical fruits. Then we compared salak, mangosteen, and durian. And what was found in comparison in vitro and vivo studies, durian had slightly higher antioxidant activity than snake fruit and mangosteen. In all the indices, including polyphenols, antioxidants, different phenolic acids, as well the influence on the metabolism. And in vitro studies showed higher dietary fibers, and the soluble ones were higher than in other two fruits. then polyphenols and flavonoids, as you can see here, amount of total and free polyphenols and total and free flavonoids were higher in durian than in snake fruit and mangosteen. As well as you can see here, also the antioxidant activities. The correlation between the arbitral units and the different diets and the composition of human serum is shown on this slide. And still, as you can see here, durian has higher quality than snake fruit and mangosteen. Then we go to durian, snake fruit, and mangosteen. In cholesterol durian, cholesterol snake, and cholesterol mangosteen have, as you see here, more positive data, including 3 glycerols, which are very important for the human being. Now, as I told you, my name is Dr. Durian, but now I changed a little bit my name and I became dragon fruit. And as you can see here, we present our very recent article about pitaya or dragon fruit. It is very interesting that some years ago, for the first time, I tried in Colombia, where I spent my sabbatical, pitaya, and I love this fruit very much. And we did not have such fruit in Israel. Now I present to you different cultivars of pitaya fruit, which we have in Israel, and their comparison by antioxidant tests, as you can see here, and also antioxidants. Then we compared 6 different fruits having different color. And what was found? It was found that the red dragon fruit has higher antioxidant activity than the white one and the yellow one, in comparison with radical scavenging activity. Then the results of 4 different method tests showed a moderate to high antioxidant activities of all red flesh samples, which indicate their potential to be a prospective nutraceutical products. And in addition, you have the display of all these different cultivars on cells experiments, where we wanted to show that different cultivars have different cells life. And the best results we show on HT29 colon, and also on liver cancer cells, and the red dragon fruits, methanol extracts, had higher antioxidant activity. Then, advanced chemometric analysis was used to provide more information on the relationship between the fruit compounds, varieties, and biological activity of pitaya. Significant differences were observed between the tested pitaya samples for their chemical content and bioactivities. Red skin pitaya fruits had the highest content of polyphenols and beta-theanins, and also had high antioxidant activity. The cytotoxic effect on cancer cells was the highest with the red pitaya. The results showed that pitaya fruit can be potential as also candidates for functional foods. And the red fleshed fruits, P1, P2, P3, and P6, were characterized by high activity when compared to the other two species, with the lowest activity noted for P5 as yellow and white color. The display of different statistical methods showed that the predictive parameters were the antioxidant assay, beta-theanins, caffeic acid, and 4 different antioxidant methods: gallic acid, miracetin, protocatechoic acid, quercetin, and total polyphenols, which are very important, and parameters characterizing cytotoxic properties of different pitaya fruits, so with different cell lines. And as you can see here, these two components, as gallic acid and rutoside, they were very mutually correlated parameters. Then we compared also dragon fruits of their bioactive compounds with high potential to become a functional food. And the aim of this study was to compare the fruits harvested in Thailand and Israel, the amount of different compounds in water and methanol extracts and antioxidant activity was investigated. As you can see here, and we found that water extracts of the Israeli and Thai dragon fruits were with high antioxidant activity. And this is very important because in our body, pH approximately 7. Therefore, if water extracts have high antioxidant activity, it is very important for our consumption. Gallic acid, caffeic acid, protocatechoic acid was determined more in water extract of Thai dragon fruit. Then, miracetin and rutin were investigated in both Thai and Israeli fruits. Quercetin was detected only in the former. The highest level of gallic acid was found in methanol extract of durian from Israel, but in water extracts of Thai durian, caffeic and protocatechoic acids were noted. Significant differences in the concentration of gallic acid were observed between methanol and water extracts. Then we also, as you can see, compared 4 different antioxidant assays in methanol and water extracts of these fruits. And the difference was also investigated using different predictive parameters. And we found that the difference was significant. As you can see here, the fruits were also subjected to the different cells, and the dragon fruit water extract had significantly high activity against colon cancer cells than methanol extracts, which may have future use in gastrointestinal cancer chemoprevention. Then a very good correlation was found in the region of gallic acid, as you see here, routine. The positive correlation weights based on these components revealed that gallic acid and flavonoids both have very, very good correlation. I would like to stress your attention on the use of human serum albumin and interaction with polyphenols. As you can see on this part, this is the peaks which are found after addition to the human serum albumin, which is the drug candidate in human serum. And according to the peaks, when you just add to human serum, the highest peak, you see the peak will be quenched, but the intensity will be higher than when you use the dragon fruit harvested in Israel. Therefore, we can tell that both fruits have a very good correlation with human serum albumin, but slightly higher is in dragon fruit harvested in Israel. Then, the quenching properties of polyphenols from fruits were determined by the interaction, as I told you, of the main drug carrier in blood, human serum albumin. The chemometric analysis was used to reveal the relationship between the determined parameters. Dragon fruits harvested in Israel were slightly higher in antioxidant activities than the taiga. The examined fruits of both origin showed significant cytotoxic activity toward colon and prostate cancer cells with the no toxic effect on normal cells, but also the anti-inflammatory effect. A high binding ability to HSA was observed for water extract of dragon fruits. Therefore, the most important, all dragon fruits are the candidates for the attractive and very important prevention and consumption elements of daily diet for human being. We also investigated the properties of cold bitter melon, which is very important for the daily diet. We found about 212 chemical compounds, which can be classified for 7 chemical classes. And it is interesting that it was found that the samples of Chinese variety of bitter melon, both raw and steamed, have higher citrus and floral aroma than Indian variety, the small fruits. This is so important because we can use this vegetable fruit for our daily diet. Here, we also determined all the indices, as you can see here, and we found the large one was slightly higher with the antioxidant activity than the small one. And it was proved, as I told you, that steam-cooked Chinese variety had greater value due to its flavor, quercetin, rutin, and other antioxidant activities. Now, it was very interesting to see how the small and the big melon can react with the human serum albumin. As you can see here on this side, you see the peaks of the small one in comparison with the big one, which has higher antioxidant activity. Then we also compared not only the human serum albumin, but also other fractions. And I will show you our very, very recent article about the properties of different varieties of durian, which was published just now. And what was found that you see, these are the cultivars which we compared with Monton using different analytical methods. And it was found that Monton, in comparison with Shani, is higher with its antioxidant activities. Also, the comparison of the total polyphenols showed also that Monton has higher amount of all antioxidants in comparison with two others. The antioxidant properties, of course, were proportional to antioxidant activity. And as you can see here, the highest one was Monton. Then we used different analytical methods as FTR and differential scanning calorimetry. And differential and FTR showed, and three-dimensional fluorimetry were used as a rapid methods for the comparison of the methanol extracts from the studied durian samples as additional indicator of similarity and differences. And the most interesting part was in the region of 3,000. You see the peak of the 3,000 and the peak in the amide differ in different varieties. Then DSC profiles of three durian extracts also showed broader peak in Monton because the amount of polyphenols in Montong were bigger than in other varieties. Then here, just I wanted to show you the interaction of human serum albumin with Montong. As you can see here, this peak disappeared after the quenching of human serum albumin. But we used not only one fraction, we used also a globulin fraction. And this is the globulin fraction, as you can see, with big peak. And this peak disappeared after the addition of durian extract. And we also used the fibrinogen fraction. The fibrinogen fraction is very important. If we reach the stability of fibrinogen, then the fruit is very important as a candidate for the functional foods. This just the presentation, as you can see here. Here you can see just the serum, and then you see here also the durian sample, and also with some serum, you can see here, serum proteins. The same, the human serum proteins with quercetin, the serum proteins with durian sample. Then, this shows the binding properties of durian extracted polyphenols. They based on fluorimetric measurements interaction with human serum proteins. As I told, three fractions: human serum albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. No, does not work. Yeah. Yes, in conclusion, we can tell that it is very important to study the nutritional bioactive compounds present in durian samples. And what is my conclusion? Diet supplemented with whole tropical fruits possessing a high value positively influence plasma lipid levels and plasma antioxidant activity and stability of fibrinogen in hypercholesteremic rats. Addition of tropical fruits to a generally accepted anti-atherosclerotic diet may be beneficial in prevention of atherosclerosis. And what is important, that all serum antioxidants were reduced relatively, including fibrinogen. Now, what will be done from now on all tropical fruits by our international research group? All of them will be promising and active candidates for novel functional foods. I want to show you the display of all fruits which we have studied. Persimmon, and we will continue with persimmon with Thai scientists. because persimmon, according to the Chinese poets, it is just a reflection of sun and health. We also studied a lot of citrus fruits, and as you can see here in the Google, you can find many websites about our research. As well as you can see different citrus fruits, the display of different citrus fruits, which we studied. And what is important, just to show you that to study the fruits and use them in our daily diet will prevent the people of the use of many drug ingredients. The contract is the following, that the promising candidates for novel functional foods can have to be included in daily diet. I think that my time is over. Therefore, thank you very much to all my collaborators all over the world, especially Thai dear friends. I just want to tell you, this lecture is dedicated to the memory of my dear brother, Professor Simon Trachtenberg, and my dear husband, Engineer Arkady Borenstein, who encouraged and supported me and our research group during all their life. I will show you very fast the lectures which I gave just 5 days ago in Korea, in the agricultural department here in this university, in Kasaset University. And this is my dear friend, Prapan. And if you just enter my Facebook, you will find this picture. And therefore people call me Dr. Durian, with Sumitra and Ratiporn, who is my real sister, who supported me for many years. I am very proud that I gave lectures all over the world in Thailand. Even in this small university, can you imagine? Not only Chiang Mai and other universities, but even in this small university. This is my Korean son, and I gave this lecture just 1 week ago. Ratiporn, this is my late husband, my daughter, and at the end, see, just 2 days ago, your new dean came just to meet me, and we made a photo. Thank you very much for your attention, and please, I would be happy to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor, for your knowledgeable for the lecture for today. So we have a question from the audience that live in the chat box, and we are in here. So we had the first question is, you can see on link, okay? So they're asking that for the food scientists. So okay, I had to take off. Okay, so they're asking that in the term of the food scientist, mostly is your research, they're relating with tests in animal models, but it's not in our experts. So do you have the suggestions if we study about the functional property of fruit and vegetables. So we have to further study in animal model or not. And if we have, what should we do in the future for in case of publications?
This is a very interesting question. I just was in a hurry because I wanted to show you and to explain to you how many data we have. Therefore, I was just running very fast. Very difficult nowadays to do the experiment on animals because you need a lot of permits. Therefore, I showed just in vitro studies. In vitro studies, the best will be if you can do on cells, it is much easier to do, and also of interaction with different fractions of human serum. Therefore, I introduced a very simple but very interesting method. From the beginning, we used only human serum albumin as a drug, how to tell, the mostly drug carrier in the cell. Then, if, for example, polyphenols, they quench the human albumin, then the interaction with the drug will be also good in the human metabolism. But we follow now, we added to this globulin fraction and fibrinogen. Therefore, I suggest before you start to work on animals, to try to do more studies in vitro. It will be easier. But if you want to do on animals, you try to use the addition to the high cholesterol diet about from 5 till 10% of mostly dry powder of fruits and vegetables.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this is the answer of the questions that can help you a lot. So we have to go to the next question. So this question is come from student. They're asking that you mentioned a lot about durian. So they're asking that what kind of durian that we should eat for functional property that health support.
Now, not everyone can tolerate durian.
Oh, yeah, the
Not
smell.
everyone. Even my late husband, he could not eat durian. I, myself, love durian very much. Now, according to our very long investigation, and we use different cultivars, we use different stages of ripening. Of course, the best Monton, but other cultivars are also well consumed. What I wanted to tell, our future research will be just based on encapsulation of durian, because durian has not very long period of season, and sometimes a person maybe needs to decrease his cholesterol. Yes. No, I finished. Why she do this? Never mind. Then the most important, just to use daily durian, but mostly in the ripening stage. What we will do in the future, we investigated different products of durian, and we will show the display of these different products of durian, which will be involved, for example, in milk, in yogurt, in different drinks, in even potato chips, and show how they influence their human serum, albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen.
Okay, so you got the answer. So you were gonna choose the best one. So anyone's had questions? So if it's not yet,
I do.
so
I have another 5 minutes, no?
you still have, because we had on the, I think on the 3 o'clock.
Then can I explain something?
Yeah, she's happy.
What I wanted to tell to the students, and I started my lecture from to choose the important subject of investigation. The title of my lecture is promising. I am not sure that 100% of the title will be done, but it is interesting to choose the subject relatively new. Nowadays, it is very difficult to see and to investigate new products because the new products sometimes have the patent, sometimes it is impossible to enter and to see their composition. But if you use new analytical methods, they are not relatively new, but still you can use them. Like, for example, as I told, DSC, fluorescence, FTR, they are very rapid and very important for the comparison of different new products. Some more questions?
Okay, so we forward to the next question. So they're asking that based on from your research, mostly they use extraction from the methanol. But in the food area, they just allow the water and ethanol to extractions of the functional property. Do you have suggestion that what kind of the extraction solution that suitable to study about the functional property in the food area?
This is also a very interesting question. I did not want just to put all the extraction methods which we use. Therefore, I put methanol and water. Of course, with all alcoholic solutions, you can extract mostly all antioxidants. But we try to work on green chemistry, then we use water. And I showed to you in last slides that if you compare, for example, pitaya extracts with water and with methanol, then in pitaya extracts, very interesting, you have higher antioxidant activity. You have less survival of the cells when you use water extract. Now, even if you start to work with water extract, with water as a solvent, then different, of course, different temperature. If you use at room temperature, you will extract less antioxidants than if you increase the temperature. But remember about the enzyme activity. The enzyme activity can survive mostly till 50 degrees. Then in order not to destroy the enzyme activity, better to work till 45, 50 degrees. Now, of course, you can use, if you want to do such deep research and comparison with different solvents, then you can use ethyl ethanol, you can use acetone, hexane, and other organic solvents. But remember that even some journals, then they make a limitation of the use of organic solvents in your lab. Therefore, better to go, if you use, for example, alcoholic solvents, better ethanol than methanol. But methanol, in many cases, extracts, of course, more polyphenols than other solvents. Therefore, when you want to start to do your research on any food, you try, first of all, water, then you can go slowly to different alcoholic solvents like methanol, ethanol. You can use methanol and ethanol with not only absolute, but also in different proportions with water, and then to add organic solvents like hexane, ethyl ethanol, or maybe you can acetone and others.
Okay, so we had the one questions from the audience again. So you are very popular. A lot of
I think
questions.
I'm very happy because I tell you that in 1974, after coming to Israel, and we tell not immigration, but making aliyah, because we came to our country, to our historical country. I was in one of the international conferences in Madrid, and I met my late friend, Professor Hadziev, and he told, Sheila, if no questions, your lecture does not have any value. Therefore, I am very thankful to all of you who asked me questions.
Okay.
Happy to answer.
Okay.
So they are waiting for your answer for this question. Is from this is not in Thailand, so it's also international. That they would like to ask the questions about in vivo and in vitro measurement for the durian. So they're asking that, are there any specific equipment that usually should be available if we want to measure the in vivo and in vitro analysis?
This is also a very interesting question. First of all, durian has such big smell that it is difficult to carry. I don't know, for example, how I will carry on the 18th of this month the durian samples with super iron prepared for me. This is a very, very interesting question. For durian, we determine all volatiles. And of course, we did not discover America because Columbus discovered America many years ago. Therefore, there are so many publications on volatile substances in durian. We determine in all durians just physical-chemical properties. This is very important. Physical-chemical properties, then the stages of ripening, polyphenols, antioxidants, and mostly we worked on interaction of HSA with different durian samples. Then you have such big area of research. You can do a very beautiful research on durian because many sites of durian properties are not investigated, and mostly durian products. How durian products, for example, will, to compare durian products with the real durian, you are food processing. Therefore, for you is very important, maybe in drying, in frying, in cooking, some of the properties, antioxidant properties, will be lost. This is a very interesting field for your research as food chemists.
Okay, so you got your answers already. So the next one, they're asking for your opinions about the functional property of food. They're asking, what is your thinking about someone say about eating fruit? Someone said that have the functional property that support your health, but the another thought they are the salt or the sugar that mean bad of your health. In your idea, what do you think about eating food regularly? Is it healthy or bad for the health in your idea?
This is also a very interesting question. As I told you, I did in my lecture marathon, just running fastly, in order that you will ask me questions. If I would stop on the details, I will speak 2 hours and we would not just finish the material. I spoke about utilization of glucose for durian. It is very interesting that we got very positive results in the cells of diabetes. Therefore, durian helps just to keep glucose even lower, utilization of glucose even lower than other fruits. Sure that everything has to be in a moderate consumption. You can't eat only, compose your diet from one fruit and to eat only fruits, but better to eat natural fruits than to use, for example, Coca-Cola as I use as a remedy, but better to use natural products. And natural products still will prevent your body, as we found in our many years investigation, and would not increase your sugar consumption.
I see. So we have to balance things between the something we eat,
but still balanced diet. We can't eat only fruits or vegetables. We have to eat everything. But some people don't use meat.
Yes.
But they use other type of proteins, and they are under control of medical doctors. I wanted to tell you only one interesting thing. We worked for many years on citrus, and we published together with Thai scientists many publications on citrus. Grapefruit. It was 2 or 3 articles only that if you use statins, you are not allowed to use grapefruit because it is a complex between statins and grapefruit. Then we got so many questions online and in telephone and in writing. What do you think if we use statins? In any case, if a person has heavy disease, he has to be under control. But still, I think if we eat natural products, we would not be just heavy sick. We will be in good health. Therefore, I always tell, bye-bye to drugs. Better to use natural products.
Yes, that is a good answering. That's for about the fruit and for the healthy. We are in the last question now. So they're asking that, in your opinion, that do you see any potentials or some of Thai food that we asking for functional property that's as same as durian? Do you have some in your mind?
Yes, we have in our mind, we investigated different durian products, as chips, jam, sweets, and we are planning now to in 2023 to publish an article. I wanted to tell you that the publication of an article is very difficult nowadays. We hope that we will publish in Q1 journal, that because we have very interesting results. But I am sure that Thai diet, Thai food is very popular around the world. Around the world. In Israel, very popular Thai restaurants. I was just now in Korea. In Korea as well. Still, Thai food is not heavy, and the digestion does not take too long time. For you, as food industrial engineers, is a very wide field for investigation. Any fruit which I showed in this lecture, and in my last lecture, I just very fast showed many fruits, including persimmon, can be functional food. But the first one, which we want now to make encapsulation and to use this fruit all year around, is durian. First of all, of the smell. And secondly, as I told, that the season of durian is short, then it is difficult to make the consumption of durian in such short time. Therefore, we will do this for sure with the help of your industry, of your faculty. And then we will try to investigate, first of all in vitro, and then in vivo studies.
Okay, so I think this is the last one, but it's not. So another question.
Yes.
So you are really popular. So so they're asking that he just reads a few articles about the durians, and it turned out that the durian seeds also have the potential to become flowers and have the bioactive compound. What is your think, professors, about this one for the durian seed?
Durian seed.
Yes.
What I can tell, of course, every quality of the product depends on agricultural conditions. Then you were only one faculty, then you are two faculties. I think that it has to be cooperation between agriculture and food science together. Then you can compare the quality of the growing product, because the product, the agricultural scientists, they have to do this in order to have in the future a good product. Therefore, probably it has to be an interaction between two departments, two faculties or two departments.
Okay.
Can I see the audience? No?
Yes.
I did not see. I'm very interested to see. I don't see anyone.
I see.
You see?
Yes, I see.
I am
see.
very much afraid that I will lose everyone.
No. So yeah, yes.
But they can see me also.
Yes, yes. I also
they-
see you.
Yeah.
As I said, you have to stop sharing first.
Yeah.
So we have to view here and the gallery.
Ah, so nice. Now I have to tell to my friends who came to support me. Thank you very much, my friends. Now I have to put the glasses to see you. Yeah, I see Bima. I see Prapan. I see Dorit. I see Dorit. Yeah, one more. I have to tell to Dorit. Yes, I have to tell to all of you. Thank you so much for coming to listen to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so in case we should take a photo together, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. So could
Now
you?
we can.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
So could you open the camera, please? So we will take a photo together. So many
Oh,
people.
wonderful. Open, please open. Please
I think
open.
everyone is look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see Bima. Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
take them a while
How
to.
they open.
So they will open the cameras for wait a little bit, please.
They have to open.
Yes. So okay, so wait them a little bit to take a photo together. So I have to set up your camera a little bit. So
My Doriti. Doriti. Yeah. We will
okay.
make a photo now. We will make all of us photo.
Okay.
But
Okay. So now we're gonna take photo together. So I would like.
how?
I will cap the screen. Yes. Okay. So we had a photo to take, please. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Another one, please. 1, 2, 3, smiling. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much.
To take a photo. So
Photo.
yes.
Some closed. We have to tell them to open, right?
Yes. Oh, it's okay. It's because we take many screen of them already. So we have the certificate for everyone to attend them today. So you can check of the link on the chat box or also sharing of the screen. Yes. So you scan this QR code and you will get the certificate for the food industry webinar today. So it's very our happy and our pleasure so much that Professor Shira visit us and give the many knowledge. And this webinar, I have to say that a lot of questions. Then I curious, a very interesting one, and she gave us a wonderful knowledge and really useful of the answer. I hope that if we have another opportunity, we will invite her to join us again. So in this time we had to say goodbye, but in the next month we will have another lecturer. We will changing to be Malaysian food workshop and we'll be live. I just told you a little bit about that and you're gonna be exciting. So see you again on the November. So see you. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye bye.
Okay. Okay. So finish.